Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Thanero Hemant Kumar studying in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today our topic is detailed explanation of pixel and screen and how pixel is represented on screen. The subject of computer graphics and visualization. Going to the introduction, computer graphic details with generating images with the aid of computers. Today, computer graphics is a core technology in digital photography, film, video games, cell phones, and computer displays, and many specialized applications. Computer graphics is concurrent with all aspects of product producing picturizers images using a computers. The field began humbly 50 years ago with the display of a few lines on a cathode ray tube. It's known as CRT. Now we can generate image by computer that are indistinguishable from photographs of real objects. We routinely train pilots with simulated airplanes generating graphical displays of a virtual environment in real time. Future length move made entirely by computer have been successfully both critically financial. The basic of computer. Graphic computer graphic is an art of drawing pictures, lines, charts, etc. using computers. With the help of programming, computer graphics image is made up of number of pixels. Pixel is the smallest admirable graphical unit represented on the computer screen. And the applications of computer graphics. The development of computer graphics has been driven both by the needs of the user community and by advances in hardware and software. The application of computer graphics are many and varied. We can, however, divide them into four major areas: display of information, display of information and design, simul- simultaneous and animation, user interface. Going to the next slide. Pixels and the frame buffers. Pixels and the frame buffers are virtually all modern graphics which are raster based the images and we see on the output devices is an array. The raster of picture elements or pixels produced by the graphic system. In the figure, image of Vitty the cat and the inner picture, the detail of area around one eye showing individual pixels. The difference between frame buffer and refresh buffer. It is a digital memory where the image is stored as a matrix of intensity values of pixels, or the portion of the memory used to hold the pixel is called frame buffer. The intensity values for all pixels are stored into an array. It is used to raster scan display. On the frame buffer, the image being displayed is stored in a dedicated system memory area that is often referred to as frame buffer or refresh buffer. The frequency at which content of frame buffer is sent to display monitor is called refreshing rate. And the refreshing rate of frame buffer is 60 Hz. Each pixel corresponds to a location or small area in the image. Collectively, the pixels are stored in a part of memory called the frame buffer. The frame buffer can be viewed as the core element of a graphic system. Its resolution, the number of pixels in the frames buffer, determines the detail that you can see in the image. The depth of precision of the frame buffer, defined as the number of bits that are used for each pixel, determines properties such as how many colors can be represented on a given system. For example, a 1-bit deep frame buffer allows only two colors, whereas 8-bit deep frame allows two colors. In full color system, there are 24 or more bits per pixel. Such system can display sufficient colors to represent most images realistically. They are also called true color system or RGB color system because individual groups of bits in each pixel are assigned to each of the three primary colors red, green and blue used in most displays. High dynamic range system used 12 or more bits for each color component. Until recently, frame buffers stored colors in integer formats. Recent frame buffers use floating point and thus support HDR color more easily. And what is a pixel? In a pixel, a whole invented picture element is the basic unit of programmable color on a computer display or in a computer image. Think of it as a logical rather than a physical unit. Pixels are the smallest unit in a digital display. Up to millions of pixels makes up an image or video on a device screen. Each pixel comprises a subpixel that emits a red, green and blue, known as RGB colors, which displays at different intensities. The RGB color components makes up the gamut of different colors that appear on a display or computer monitor. When referencing the resolution of a display, numbers like 90,920 into 1080 refer to the number of pixels. How does pixel works and how are they used? The number of pixels determines the resolution of a computer monitor of TV screen, and generally the more pixels, the clearer and sharper the image. The resolution of the newest 8K full ultra high definition TVs on the market is approximately 33 million pixels or 7680 into 4320. The number of pixels is calculated by multiplying the horizontal and vertical pixel measurements. For example, HD has 1920 horizontal pixels and 1080 vertical pixels, which total 2007 2,73,600. It's normally shown as 1920 into 1080 or just as a 1080p. The P stands for progressive scan. A 4K video resolution, for example, has 4 times more pixels than full high definition HD, and 8K has 16 times more pixels than 1080p. Other common display resolutions includes the following: 480p, which is standard definition, is 640 into 480 and is often used for small mobile devices. 720 pixels, which is HD, is 1280 into 720. 1440 pixel, which is 2550 into 1440, and considered Quarter HD is often used for PC games monitors, and 4K video resolution, which is Ultra HD, is 3840 into 2160 pixels. And here is the picture. How does the pixels look like? The specific color information that the pixel describes in some blended of three components of the color spectrum RGB. Up to 3 bytes of data are allocated to specify pixel colors, 1 byte from each major color components. A true color or 24-bit color system uses all 3 bytes. However, many color display systems uses only 1 byte, which limits the display to 256 different colors. A bitmap is a file that indicates a color for each pixel along the horizontal axis or row called the x-coordinate, and a color for each pixel along the vertical axis called the y-coordinate. A GIF file, for example, contains a bitmap of an image along with other data. Pixels are also either backlit by an additional panel or individually lit. An LCD TV screen illuminates all pixels using an LED backlight if the display is mostly black on an LCD screen, but only a single pixel needs to be lit. The whole back panel still must be lit. This leads to light leakage. And pixels are also either backlit by an additional panel or individual lit. An LCD TV screen illuminates all pixels using an LED backlight if the display is mostly black on an LCD screen, but only a single pixel needs to be lit. The whole black panel still must be lit. This leads to light leakage in the display. This is more noticeable during the credits of a movie, for example, where there's a slight glow around the white letters against the black background. OLED display by contrast don't need a backlight as each individual pixel illuminates itself. This means when one pixel needs to be lit, no light is leaked to the surrounding pixels in the movie credit example. This means a OLED display won't have the same light glow along each of the credits as it would in an LCD screen. OLED typically have better contrast, black levels, and viewing angles than LCD screens, but also buffer from burn-in. OLED screens can also be found off the net, which is a feature in many modern smartphones. Thank you. Hope you like this session.